You can't beat free, and for print on demand, it's nice having access to free illustrations and photographs. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 sites that I use regularly for print on demand. Let's jump in. Site number 1 is Pixabay. Pixabay is one of my favorites. So when you get to the main page here on Pixabay, you might think, well, there's a lot of photographs on here and I don't really use photos for print on demand, although you could. But check this out. There's a little submenu right here, and if you click on vectors, you'll notice there's a lot more illustrations. These aren't actually photographs, and you can use these for fine art prints, t-shirt designs, and all sorts of cool illustrations. It's pretty easy to download over on the right-hand side. Once you log in, you'll click download, and then you can click on either a vector graphic if it's an illustration that has that supported, or you can click on the size that you like in a PNG format and download. Site number 2 is allthefreestock.com. I do like this site. It's a bit clunky to use here at the start, but you can see right here at the top, these are free stock images. What I typically will do is go over here to the left-hand side, and I'll take a look at either the stock photos, or I'll go to the left and click on free mockups. This is helpful if you're selling on sites like Etsy or your own website and you want some free mockups. There's also free sound effects and free stock videos, although that's not really used for print on demand. Here for a stock photo, I'm going to scroll on down and I'm going to see there's a whole bunch of different websites here. And for example, I could click on the Met Museum artwork and that just takes me right to this portal. And then I can click on any of the free artworks that are listed here. Here's a great example. This is a beautiful illustration. So it depends on the site that you're on, but I do use all the free stock as a nice portal to get to other, sometimes more obscure free image websites for print on demand. Site number 3 is Rawpixel. Now, when you first get on the main site, you're going to see upgrade features. You're going to see getting premium. Don't be put off by that. If you'd like free stuff, right here at the very top, there's a little menu. Go right here to the right-hand side, public domain. Everything in here is completely free to use, and it is in the public domain. So for example, you like birdies. I'm going to click on this picture here. I'm going to jump into this big peacock picture, and you can see the license is CC0, which is public domain. And it's pretty easy to download. Just click the download button and you'd have to be logged in, but you get some really nice high quality images here on Rawpixel. Site number 4 is Pexels. I do like using Pexels. Again, you're going to see a lot of free stock images. Most of the time they're going to be photographs. However, I like using stuff like this. This is an abstract picture. So you can search for things like this and you can take a look at what the tags are down below. So you can see things like abstract art. These are often really nice to use if you're building a fine art printer, if you're looking to house this inside of a mask. So just click on a abstract, you can search for abstract, and you can see there's similar designs down below, which is a really nice feature. So scroll on down and let your imagination run wild. Some really cool stuff on Pexels. Site number 5 is Picryl. And what I like about this one is it's like a huge search engine, so it looks through the whole internet and tries to figure out what the best collections are. So here we're under public domain collections. This is just on the main page. And this is a book published in 1667. So most of the time public domain stuff is going to be pretty old. And you can see here some really cool looking designs, and we've got the media collection down below. So if you like a certain picture, simply click on it. And then you can simply click the download button right here. Make sure you're logged in, of course. And when you do download, the upscaled image or the original image, they're going to ask you for a donation. So if you want a high resolution image, it would cost some money, but you can download thumbnails, smalls, and mediums, no problem. Here I click the medium, and it's going to ask me a couple things to prove that I'm a human, but once I bypass that, I can download this, no problem. Site number 6 is everypixel.com/free. There's a free section inside here, and I'm going to type in here for stock images, for example, abstract. That's one of my favorite search terms when I'm working in print on demand. So here you can see there's a whole lot. For example, I'm going to pick this watercolor one right here. So you can see here the price, it says free. Go right here to the download page. I'm going to click it. It'll get you to the actual page here. You just click the free download button. And here you can see my JPEG image is now ready to be saved onto my computer. Site number 7 is Unsplash. I like using Unsplash a lot. Actually, I use it for my thumbnails on a lot of the YouTube videos. But you can see here on the top menu, if you're using in print on demand, there's an illustrations button right here. And sometimes this can be better if you're doing t-shirt designs or fine art prints. These are more drawings and patterns. So this can be a lot more useful if you're downloading for, say, a t-shirt design. Okay, so sometimes on Unsplash, you'll see premium images. So for example, this one here, you'll see it says download, but there's a little lock next to it. This is a premium image. So when you click the download button, they're going to ask you for some money. So just don't worry about that. If you're looking for something free, you'll see on the left here, the little arrow, that's free. the right, that says download with a lock. That's not free. So this one, I'm going to click on, and you can see now I've got the download option on the top right. Simply click it, and I can download it in all sorts of different formats. Very easy to do. Site number 8 is the Library of Congress. You might be wondering, what's a stuffy website like the Library of Congress doing on a cool channel like mine? I actually use this quite a bit. And what I really like about this is the search feature is pretty robust. And they've also got featured collections down below. So here I've typed in New York, for example. We can see there's a whole bunch of old-timey photographs that pop up. This can be really nice if you're doing retro vintage prints. Here's an old church, for example. And we can see here right there, rights advisory, no known restrictions on publication. Typically old, really old images like this, over 100 years old. These are free. And so I'm going to click view larger. And then to download it, we can see right here, there's a JPEG file, a TIFF file, and I'm just going to click on the JPEG file here. And then I can just simply right click and I can save the image right onto my computer. Site number 9 is freeimages.com. It's a pretty easy website to remember, freeimages.com. Here I'm going to see right at the bottom, there's a menu for photos, illustrations, and clip art. I like the clip art feature personally. You can see here there's thousands of free clip art images that can enhance my design. You can edit these, you can download them. I like this dragon one, for example. There it is. Simply click the free download button. They do hit you with a bit of an ad here because of course they have to pay for the website. And we can see right here on my computer, my scalable vector graphic is ready to be saved. Now, most of these sites are run by robots. There's very few human beings looking out on these websites. So make sure if you see something like this, for example, this you can see it says designed by Pexels. Pexels is not free to use unless you do attribution. So you want to make sure to just double check because sometimes you get weird stuff that gets uploaded to these sites. Eventually it gets taken down if somebody's monitoring it. But I would just caution you, not everything is always perfect on these free websites. So keep your eyes open as you look through certain sites. Site number 10 is Toptal, and it's for patterns specifically. So I'm going to show you how to get in here. This is kind of a clunky website. So they've got this little website buried inside of this Toptal website, and these are patterns that you can use. So you can just download the pattern or you can view more. So these are pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of different patterns on here. There's dark patterns and there's light patterns, line patterns, linear patterns, and they show you how it would look if you're using it as a mock-up, for example. To download it, it's pretty easy. There's a big download button right there. Just simply click it. And it's just downloaded right onto my computer automatically. And I really like these. The quality of the patterns actually is quite high. I really hope you found this walkthrough helpful. I love using free stuff. Here's another video that you'll find helpful and fun. Thanks a lot for watching.